What's going on, guys? E3's coming to a close as I finish this recording, and there are some awesome titles in there. I want to start by saying that if you think this is one of the worst E3s ever, then you are an absolute dome lid, and you should probably just stick to your Call of Duty Warzone. Because if you ask me, Xbox's showcase alone saved my faith in gaming after what seems like a 2 to 3 year drought in the gaming world. That being said, what the f*** Take-Two Interactive? Starting with Nintendo, I was actually super excited to see Super Monkey Ball come back. I had honestly forgotten about it. Not like the craziest game ever, but I mean, I played a lot of it when I was younger on the original Xbox at a friend's house, and I thought it was a blast then, so that's a little bit of excitement for me. Fatal Frame is making a comeback, which was honestly unexpected, but surprisingly what I didn't know I needed. There's also another Mario Party, which honestly I've had some bad experiences with the last couple Mario Party titles, so hopefully this one's a little better. And it is a nice thing to see that there is a lot of online capabilities with their minigames, which seems to have been a challenge for Nintendo for some reason. But if I'm going to be completely honest, the main game that I'm super excited for from Nintendo's whole showcase,
It's me, Wario.
WarioWare, baby, get it together. We're gonna get it all. WarioWare is one of my favorite games ever on the original Nintendo DS. I played the crap out of that. There's something about playing a single-player party game, but now you actually have co-op, which ruins the whole game. I'm excited to play the minigames that this new WarioWare is gonna have, especially with friends. Hopefully I can convince my friends and blackmail them to purchase the game with me so that I actually get my full enjoyment out of it, which is such a challenge with video games these days. Is this Lord of the Rings? No. No. What is this? What? What? Oh, is this Kingdom Come 2? I've been waiting for the sequel for that. Mercenaries? Ooh, okay, this looks good. Medieval stuff's awesome. Whenever you get to, get up close and personal with your enemies with a sword, it always feels good. Okay, that sounds awesome. What the f is this, man? There were some really interesting titles that I saw from Xbox Bethesda and the PC Gaming Show, which again, I'm going to blend together because I just can't remember what order I saw things in. We saw the ARPG Lost Ark, which honestly looks beautiful graphically. Very satisfying to play and use the mechanics and the abilities. The animations look pretty clean for the most part. I'd give it a go depending on the price point. We've seen Sifu, a game I'm actually super excited to try out whenever it finally drops. It's been on my epic wish list for some time now. Basically, you're just like fighting people, it seems, and then every time you die, you advance in age. And you can like slowly become this old guy, and everything you learned in that previous life, you carry over into the next life. Now, I can already see the execution going a little wonky, so we'll see how it goes. But if executed properly, could be one of my favorite games, probably on the top 10 too thick gaming list. That doesn't exist yet, but it will. I tried the alpha of Back 4 Blood back whenever that happened, and honestly, it was really fun. It felt like Left 4 Dead, and then they added a lot of awesome things to it, and I can't wait to try out those mechanics. And again, try to blackmail my friends to purchase the game with me so that I can actually get a full squad and not play with those horrible random PC players. The new bosses look really awesome, and I can't wait to try it for myself and hopefully with friends. And the PvP mode looks really awesome. It would probably be really fun with some friends too. If you're a weird Blizzard nerd like myself, I played about every Blizzard title under the sun, which I'm slowly starting to regret for myself because Blizzard as a company is nothing but a shadow of itself, and all they do is rip off the consumer. God, World of Warcraft, huh? Now I want you to think about this. BlizzCon canceled. Overwatch 2, nothing really out there. World of Warcraft 2, they can't even patch their current expansion, so that's not anytime soon. Instead, we have a game that you played when games were still fun. Diablo 2 Resurrected, now with slightly better graphics. Pre-order now and you'll get a new pet to use in all your other Blizzard games. Another game that'll make me hate myself. I'm so excited. Forza 5 was actually super surprising to see. I'm not super into racing games. I'm not really much of a car guy either, which is fix those motherfucking graphics, boy. This game is sexy, dude. This game is so hot. I don't think my computer can handle it, but I'm still gonna try because it looks so god dang good. You can see the reflection of your player's sweat in the rear view mirror from outside the car. That's the kind of detail I want to see. I sure hope Bethesda shows something like Fallout 5 or Elder Scrolls 6. It's been so long. I think, what is it, the 10-year anniversary coming up of Skyrim. Oh, Starfield. I kind of remember Starfield. Okay, so you sit in a spaceship. So The Outer Worlds 2, which is made by the people who made Fallout New Vegas, arguably one of the best Fallout games out there. You know, they had their own spin-off of basically space Fallout, which is The Outer Worlds. Pretty enjoyable game. Felt kind of short at the time, if I recall. I'll have to revisit that one. But I was actually so happy to see Outer Worlds 2. I completely forgot about that game. But I remember it felt good to play. To be fair, I didn't really play the side quests, so asterisk on my gameplay, but it felt pretty good going through the world, and I hope they expand on it a little more. I love the branching storylines. I love the choices. Like, I think I killed some super important NPC, and it actually impacted the game, and I remembered that. That's a very good thing to have in your RPG games, is consequences matter. I feel like that should be in every RPG game. Everyone take notes. Oh my god, it's Apex Legends 2, dude! Honestly, shout out to the Russian game devs. At least I think they're Russian. I'm sorry if they're like Polish or something. Everything over there sounds like Russian to me. I'm not trying to be, you know, xenophobic or something. I'm just ignorant. But these games are honestly confusing, but they look really fun. I mean, here, Pioneer, I don't know what you want to call it, but, you know, there was one animation that really stuck out to me. Hold on, let me find the part. Let me find the part. It's a very good part, trust me. It's tremendous. No one knows good parts of video game trailers quite like me. But here it is. Here it is. Look at this. Look at it go. Look at it. I love the animation. It's so bad, it's good. It's incredible how they could manage to capture that sort of essence in a video game. Did you see it? Hold on, let's go back one more time. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at him go. It's incredible. I don't know what the game's about. I just want to see that thing. I will buy the game. I'm not taking a dig at the devs at all. I think that is awesome. Like, I'm so excited, dude. Just so I can see that thing. And it'll probably be like 30 seconds of fun when I see that thing and then I kill it. And we move on to some other super arbitrary abstract thing. And I don't even know where this is. Chernobyl. Like every other Russian game in E3 that we've seen. There was like 5 Russian games that for some reason we're just all about Chernobyl and stuff, and I get it, you know, big thing, and I'm you know, kind of a simp for Chernobylite type games. Not Chernobylite though, I hate that game. But let me tell you, I actually sort of moistened my loins when I saw the trailer for S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2, dude. Now, I've only played a little bit of one S.T.A.L.K.E.R game. I don't even remember which S.T.A.L.K.E.R game it is, but I remember it was so cool. I loved it. I wanted to encapsulate that sort of gameplay. I was hoping Chernobylite would be like that, but Chernobylite just wasn't like that. I think S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 looks awesome. I'm excited to explore Chernobyl in HD graphics. You know, visit the Ferris wheel and the cool, like, abandoned amusement park that I think is super fascinating ever since I saw it in, what, Modern Warfare? Another game I'm not super familiar with, but I've heard good things from friends about the first title, A Plague Tale, or A Plague's Tale. What is it? A Plague Tale Requiem. Yeah, it looks super awesome. It hits all the right check boxes for me as someone who enjoys medieval themed and like fantasy themed video games / movies, shows, etc, etc. So I'll have to check that one out. If I ever see the first game on sale, I'll probably stream it over on Twitch. Evil Dead, fistful of boomstick, baby. Bow! He's actually getting his own game. I wasn't really sure what was going on with it. It kind of looked like another co-op horror game. There seems to be a lot of competition for Back 4 Blood, but so far none of them look quite as good as Back 4 Blood is. But you know, Evil Dead could give it a run for its money depending on how crazy it gets. If anything, it's giving me sort of like Dead by Daylight vibes, and I don't know if that's just because Ash is in Dead by Daylight. That's kind of the vibe it gave me when I watched the trailer. Atomic Heart looks good. I'd say it's the second most exciting, possibly even the first, maybe a little more exciting than S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2. There's so many games I want to try. There's so many games, so little time. I'm too poor for this shit. The Anacrusis did not look exciting to me. If you look at the animations of the weird like xenomorph things running around, I don't know how they let this become the E3 trailer because it looks so unfinished to me that who's excited for this? Like, if you're actually excited for this, please tell me in the comments below. Like, please, I want to know who's excited for Anacrusis. It looks so jank to me. I don't know if that's like the thing they're going for, and if it is, then bravo, you did it. But I don't know, it looks weird. It looks weird. I'm not gonna say it's bad necessarily, unless I already did. I can't remember, but if I did, I'm sorry. It's not bad. It's just, you know, it's got that charm to it. It's got a little bit of charm. That's what it's got. Oh my, so when this dropped, I thought my girlfriend was joking and messing with me, saying, oh, it's Pirates of the Caribbean, but it was in Sea of Thieves. I love Sea of Thieves, one of my favorite games. It's pirates, and now there's, you know, of the Caribbean. However, I'm half white. I've gotta say some white things. But holy shit, Pirates of the Caribbean and Sea of Thieves, two of my favorite pirate themed things. You even got Davy Jones in there. It looks like there's a city you can raid, which is awesome because there's not many like actual populated places that you get to raid in Sea of Thieves already. So this expansion could be huge, and it's coming out soon. I'll definitely be streaming that over on Twitch and posting stuff on YouTube, so be on the lookout for that. But Battlefield 2042, a little skeptical at first because I didn't have all the information until June 13th when we got the reveal. But I was really worried that there was going to be a battle royale, and you know, they're going to do that whole thing again, that super fun game mode that everyone just loves so much. But they're not, thank God. I mean, sorry, unfortunately they're not doing the battle royale. No campaign either, which honestly is smart because I don't remember the last time I played a Battlefield campaign. I've heard they're kind of fun, but I've never really played Battlefield for the campaign. If anything, I played Call of Duty more for the campaign because that's how Call of Duty started, was campaigns. Now, a lot of the player base who's super into the like hyper realism thing might not get as much enjoyment out of Battlefield if they just want a war simulator. But me, who just, you know, I like fun things in games, you know, I don't want something that's super realistic. This looks awesome to me. Each map's gonna have a bunch of different stuff going on in it, different weather effects. You also have the hazard mode, which we'll learn more about as we get closer to October's release date, and also a super secret, super fun, probably maybe my flop, who knows, but another game mode that hasn't been announced yet. Honestly, I'm just excited to go jump into a tornado and fly around and do stupid things, because that's what Battlefield is for me, is, you know, do the stupid crazy stuff. I was absolutely terrified of the Halo Infinite trailer and seeing what they did with it, and everyone was like super hyped for this Halo Battle Royale. I'm a boomer, and I don't really like Battle Royale because I think it's slow and boring and stupid. If anything, I feel like I'm more of a zoomer than the zoomers. I was so happy to see that the multiplayer is free to play, and it looked like they brought back Valhalla. I couldn't really tell in the map, but it looked like Valhalla, so that's cool. Bring back some classic maps. Honestly, Halo 2 and Halo 3 were my first, like, introductions to competitive shooters. It's always held a dear spot in my heart, and I just could not get into Guardians or Halo 4. Even Reach, that was like the last one I really got into. This one looks like it's kind of brought back some of the mechanics down a little bit. They still have improved movement because, you know, they got to keep up with the competition like Call of Duty, Battlefield, especially Battlefield now with all that crazy stuff going on. But this could be good for Halo, and it's going to release on PC, which is awesome because I don't own an Xbox. So I'm definitely checking out Halo Infinite. I might pick up the campaign. I might not. I just kind of want to shoot stuff and run over people with a warthog. Now, this is a game that I'm the most excited for, Far Cry 6. Now, this has been delayed a few times, and each time a part of me dies inside, but I know that, you know, there's that one quote from probably Hideo Kojima or whoever actually said it. I'm going to butcher this, but as Shigeru Miyamoto has said, a delayed game is eventually good. Now, here's the thing. That may be true in some cases. Far Cry 6 has been delayed a lot, and the trailer looked good. It looks awesome, and especially the extra stuff that they tacked on there where you could play as the villains from 3, 4, and 5, you know, and play from their perspective in roguelike sort of gameplay. Yeah, dude, yeah. That's something I didn't even know I wanted, which is exactly what these people need to be doing. These studios need to be making stuff that you didn't even know they wanted, and stuff that you see and you're just like, whoo! Not to mention Gus Dufresne from Breaking Bad, dude. Let's go. He's so good at playing villains. What is that actor's name? I need to figure that out. Oh, Giancarlo Esposito. Yeah, I love that guy. He plays such a good villain. I don't know how he does it. And he can look like a super nice, friendly guy. I mean, it's just crazy to me. Excellent actor. He deserves like 7 Oscars for his performance in Breaking Bad. And if there was one for acting in video games, honestly, he should get it too. Is that a thing? It should be a thing, I feel like. Let's get our voice actors some recognition. There was a lot of indie games that were covered in the PC gaming showcase, and I think they deserve a little love because I've seen a lot of people on Twitter like calling it all garbage and calling indie games just trash and why is it up there and making fun of it. And like, to be fair, yeah, okay, these indie games don't look nearly as fancy and polished, and the engines are like nothing in comparison to Battlefield 2042, for instance, or honestly any AAA title that we see in all of E3. And the people who hate on the indie games, I don't think are like gamers, you know? Like, here's my hot take on gaming. If you're someone who plays just like Warzone or just Apex, you're just like an Apex player, or you're a Warzone player. But I think when I think of a gamer, I don't think of someone who just like sits there and plays Warzone for like 18 hours straight and just Warzone. Not that there's anything bad with that. I just think when I hear gamer, I think of someone who just like plays a bunch of games, as opposed to like a Warzone player. Does that make sense, or is that too spicy? If you're offended, drop it in the comments down below and I'll pretend to give a shit. Anyway, as someone who's played a ton of indie games on my YouTube channel, I have to say that these indie developers are driving the innovation forward when it comes to video games in general. So a lot of these cool ideas that you see popping up in AAA studios, I feel like a lot of it is inspired by these indie developers. I mean, look at Valheim. Valheim came out of nowhere and that was just smash hit, dude. And it was, what, 3 people or something? Phasmophobia, made by one guy, I think 2 now. Crazy good game. Incredible engine, incredible mechanics, stuff that you just don't see in AAA titles yet. They probably will soon once they get it down and copy it. Be sure to thank your local indie dev for making some awesome games. And now, for my pick of the top game of E3 2021. Raw men, baby. Nothing I love more than some raw men throwing food around at each other with big old mustaches. Seriously though, this game looks super fun. On an individual basis, the lifespan will probably be like a few hours and then it won't be touched again. But it looks really cute. I'd play it. I like the idea. It's definitely different. It's a food fight game. Kind of gives me like Knockout City vibes, but like just a way more interesting because it's not just dodgeball. It's throwing cheese wheels and stuff like that. Anyway, that's the Too Thick take on E3. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, be sure to drop a like down below. And if I offended you in this video, be sure to drop a dislike down below and voice those very angry opinions in the comments. If you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, because I guess subscribing doesn't really do anything anymore. You have to like, you know, bong, Taco Bell. And I'll see you in the next one with whatever the hell it is I'm talking about or playing or whatever it is I do on this channel anymore. I don't even know anymore, honestly. It's all over the place.